Good morning, Year 12. Welcome to Term 2. As you can see, we're still engaged in remote learning. I'm basically set up myself in my study at home to be able to do remote learning with you. Good morning, Year 11. Welcome to my virtual classroom. I'm obviously teaching from home at the moment. Good morning, Year 11 construction. Welcome to Term 2. I hope everybody's been safe over the break. Good morning, Year 9. I hope you've all had a safe holiday over the break. Welcome to Term 2. So what you just saw was my commute this morning. It's like a nice 30-second walk from the bedroom door to the study door via the deck. Like, there is an internal door to the study, but I've basically just got a lot of stuff there. And if I keep that closed and blocked off, it basically means that I can't just sort of wander in and out. And it'll keep me in work mode when I actually leave the office from the deck and then go back in through the bedroom. It really keeps me away from here, because I'm sure if I had that door open, I would probably walk in and out outside of work times and just... I mean, I've been staying in here every afternoon and working and onwards. But being able to walk out there really, when I get to the end of the day, really gives me a shut off. And walking in here in the morning, opening the windows, turning everything on, really gives me a good start to the day as well, and puts me into work mode. And as you can see, I'm dressing for work mode as well, figuring if I'm going to be in video conferencing and that sort of stuff, and I want my students to see me as they would see me at school. I'm not going to basically sort of lounge around in my sweats and a t-shirt when I'm trying to show the kids that we're still learning. So working from home this week has been interesting. It's 1 o'clock on Friday right now, and I've actually got some engagement from some of the students that they've actually come on to Google Classroom, so that feels good. I've been talking with one of my students about the work that I've basically given them from home right now, and the emails are coming in fast and strong. We've got a lot of stuff where we have to readjust assessment schedules for our seniors, in particular our Year 12s, so they don't get disadvantaged with their HSC. So I've been doing that. And because I do the timetable, I've actually logged onto the school server and I'm doing a lot of changes to the timetable because of staff changes. I lost a staff member who got a job at another school, and she was one of my hospitality teachers. And she's basically transitioned from our school to her new school during this time. So we haven't been able to give her a proper send-off. She's still coming back to school, will be, on the Thursdays when we would normally have our cafe, so the hospitality students can still be taught and assessed. But there's been a lot of changes in the school and a lot of adjustment to the timetable, people returning from leave. It just never seems to end. It's as you can hear, my emails are going off while I'm sitting here. Lunch is in about 25 minutes. I've got a Bunnings order meant to arrive here for the tiles. I think it is for the laundry, because they messed up my order yesterday. I ordered 4 boxes of tiles and they sent me 4 tiles. So I rang them, they found the boxes. Somebody had opened one of the boxes and just taken 4 out. So that's meant to be coming today. But the weather has changed. Yesterday was rainy and cold. Today is just cold. It actually got colder throughout the day. I stuck a temperature gauge just out on the deck here, and it was 12 degrees when I came over here in the morning, probably because of the sun, and it's now been around 9-10 degrees Celsius. I made welcomes welcome videos to my kids yesterday to put on Google Classroom, and we made some phone calls home to see how families are travelling, letting them know how the changes are going to be, how we're going to try and phase people back. And I'll be having a meeting with my faculty this afternoon using Teams where we can video chat and basically debrief for the end of the week. But it's been an interesting week, been a very interesting week. And I'm sure it's going to be an interesting few more weeks to come. So it's Saturday, and it's an incredibly windy and a chilly day, but it's really sunny. And it's been a long time since I've taken the boys for a walk. So I'm doing what I did the last time, which was to take them out in the car to this area where the dirt road is. It's flat, especially for poor old Lucky and poor old me. No hills. Poor old Sam got all excited about the walk and wondered what was going on when we were getting in the car, because the last time I put him in the car was when I took him to the vet. He'd been shaken. He's still looking a bit uncertain. Wife got us a couple of new masks. This one's got the little ear hole so it can stay up a bit better. But I've found, especially with my breathing at the moment, that when it's cold out, wearing the mask is keeping my breath warm and not making my lungs get so shocked by the temperature. Brought along, like, while I want to get a nice dose of fresh air into me, I also don't want to get my lungs too cold. Just hit the dirt road. See if I can find somewhere that's not parked under trees. I think I parked here last time. Oh, are you kidding me? The last time I stopped here, I showed a whole stack of crap that had been fly dumped, as they call it in England, and here, I think. And I've just pulled down here, and somebody's dumped a whole stack of green waste, some wire, and some bottles and cans. It's like, especially the green waste, if they had done it a while back, they weren't charging you at all for that. What's the bet they forgot about doing that? Just trying to get myself parked where I'm not going to be under a tree. Bit difficult, but... So it's weather like this when trees decide to come down. I think this is as good a spot as any, because I know there's more trees down the road. Just going to look a bit further down, because I know there's a big clearing down there. If not, I'll come back here and then walk the boys along this way. That's clear, but grass is really long. I don't want to go parking a hot car in long grass. Back where I was probably the best spot. Right. You ready? Ready? Look down. Yeah, ducky. Decided to opt for the fresh air. It's not like we poor or lucky that we're walking at a breakneck pace that I'm going to get worn out. Sam's running all over the place. But for the most part I can just breathe in and out through my nose, so I'm not going to get too much of the cold air down into my lung. It got a little bit too much for the old fella. Just the hill, mainly. We're back, almost back at the car. Stuff just went crap. When I came out with the dogs this morning, I looked over to look at the garden beds and noticed the support strut on this one had cracked and all the stones had dropped out and like the soil dropped in the top. So I needed to just put some thicker things underneath there. And I was going to do it when I came back from the walk. And as I was getting ready to come downstairs and do this, my wife just said, the internet's playing up something bad. It's like, can't stream anything. And we're only getting like 1.82 megabyte download. So I went up, called Telstra, and then just sat on hold. After 2 hours, almost to the dot, 2 hours and 1 minute, the guy answered the phone and he did a speed test and he said, what do you usually expect? And I said, well, we usually get at least 7 to 8. We usually have 9 megabit to the house and we lose a little bit as soon as they enter the house. But we usually get around 7. And he said, well, I'm getting 6.5 to your house, so there might be something wrong in your modem. He wanted me to go downstairs, power cycle the modem. So I'll go down, switch it off, wait, switch it on. As it's starting back up, all the power in the house went out. And we thought it might be just a blip, but it just stayed off and stayed off. And my wife contacted the power company and they said, yes, there's an outage, it's being investigated. The guy from Telstra said, yes, we can see it affecting a lot of the network, so it's widespread. he checked our company and our suburb, and he said, yep, power's out, affecting 80-something residents, like houses. Under investigation, anticipated to be back on by 8 o'clock, and it's now 5:45, so a little over 2 hours. It's going to get dark soon. It's going to get cold. My wife said the temperature was forecast down to 33 tonight. She speaks Fahrenheit, so down to 33, which is basically between 0 and 1 centigrade. So I've just come out to try and get that generator, the brand new generator that hasn't run yet, so I've got to get that all ready and see if I can run that to at least maybe run a little heater if it gets cold, or we can rug up and we can run the TV and the laptop just so we're not bored. Just play something off the laptop. Anyway, that's what I'm going to get doing. That was kind of funny. I got the generator all set up, got it started, it was running, plugged in my work light just to basically test it out, and then lit up outside so I could get into the shed and things. And it's really cool. It's got an economy mode, and the idle runs down if it doesn't produce a lot of power. And it's really not that loud. It's a 4-stroke one, so it's pretty good. Anyway, I then messaged my wife and said, I've got it running. And I was running around looking for my extension lead to run it up into the house. And I heard this fridge turn on. And all the power came back on. So, it's not COVID. So, everything's running, power's on. And it was, what time did it come on? It's 6:20 now. I think it came on around 6 o'clock. I've just been resetting the modem up. Anyway, don't need this now. I do. I've got to go and lock up the shed. So I'm going to lock up the shed and go back in the house and hope that the power stays on. But at least I know that generator works. I still didn't find my extension cord because I stopped looking for it. Because I've got one in a big bag. Like it's a big, I think it's 20 or 30 metres. So 60 to 90 feet long. I'll find a ladder. Anyway.